Okay, let's start the show there, Crimmy. How's your year been? Champion? Redemption story?
It's been like a roller coaster, man. It's been crazy. It's been, the lowest of the lows, and then it was weird, man. Like the month after, or 2 months after, people just started disappearing. Like, literally, people, and this is why, like, people are like, why are you salty? Why are you trolling?
Yeah.
Like, all this stuff. And it was actually crazy because, like, for me, it felt like
2 months after what?
2 months after the whole announcement video. After the announcement video.
Ours?
No, mine.
Of you leaving?
Yeah. No, I would say the Dallas Empire.
Okay. Yeah.
So right after that, it was like, I started seeing names just disappear from my chat.
Okay.
From tweeting me.
Okay.
All this stuff. And these had been people who had been like, messaging me, like hanging out with me, like, doing all this stuff for like years. Like, I'm talking 4 or 5 years. And they just started disappearing. I'm like, what the hell? And not disappearing. They just weren't ever like tweeting me, weren't ever supporting me, like anything like that.
Yeah.
And then I sort of realized like, yo, I wonder if they'd never even like liked me in a way. And then I'm like thinking, wait, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like I basically felt like 2 or 3 months after that not half, but a lot of the fans that I had playing under Optic were just liking me because because Optic, because I was on the team that they liked, because I was playing with the people that they liked. And for me, it was just like a huge realization of like, not in a way, it was not like screw those people, but it was just like dude, trust yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need them. You only need yourself.
Yeah.
You only need the people that, are supporting you.
Yeah.
You only need your loved ones. And basically that's all you need. And when I came to that realization, I literally felt like it's sort of similar. It's funny that it's sort of ironic that COVID hit because I think we had COVID. Yeah. And for me, it felt like there was a 30-pound weight on my chest for about a week. Back when we were trying to originally do this, like, when was it?
January?
End of June, early July.
Of last year? Or this year?
This year.
Oh.
And then when I got, like, when I was off of it, self-quarantine, all that stuff. And if it was like the same feeling, it was literally like someone took a weight off my chest.
Yes.
That's what COVID felt for me. Yeah. If I had it. Yeah. But in the same way, like after those 2 or 3 months went by, and then all those like borderline fake fans, after those all went away, that's literally what it felt like, just a weight off my shoulders in a way. And for me, it was like, and that's when I sort of went rogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when I sort of like, all right, let's just troll them.
Yeah.
Let's just bait them out.
Yeah.
And for me, it like people think I'm like being salty and stuff, and for me, it's just sort of it's funny. It's funny to me because those were the same people who literally, I would say, almost went against everything that I stand for in terms of like, this is a team. It's not an individual group of players. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're looking at KDs where I'm looking at, something that I actually want to talk about a lot on this.
The intangibles. The shit that you do that is behind the scenes from a supportive level or even in front of the scenes that they don't look at. They just look at
exactly.
stats.
Yeah. So I want to bring up my old teammate that I literally learned probably at least half of my mentality, like how to think, how to win.
Aches.
No.
Karma.
Someone who taught me more. Actually, Aches taught me a lot, but Dursky from Halo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Dursky from Halo. Let me I'll bring it from a stat standpoint first. I think Dursky went -70. And back in Halo, it was only like a negative number or positive number. No one really cared about KD. But Dursky went like -70. I think my other teammate Twilight went like -111 or something like that. And Twin Savior went like positive 30, and I went positive 144 or something like that. But what that made me realize was like, dude, there's players in this world that make your teammates around you play better. And Dursky like literally like showed he like didn't really show me that, but then when I didn't play with them, I saw it. I was like, oh my god, why is everything 100 times harder? And point is that was I feel like that's like been my role on every team, you know, for the past decade almost. So it's pretty interesting because it can't really be quantified by stats. You can't really prove it,
right?
But it's there. It's there on not every single team, and I think that's probably what a lot of teams lack. But there's players who are literally, that is their role, and it's always been their role, and it's interesting to see because no one brings it up.
You know, it's interesting that you bring up the fact that people start disappearing or people started falling off and they just followed. It's the are you a fan of the team or are you a fan of the individual?
You know
what I'm saying?
Nothing's wrong with that.
No, of course not. And I'm with you. I follow 100%. And it is that in this particular esport or esports in general, it is right. Some people follow the people, some people follow the logo, and it's a combination of a bunch of shit that happens, and then you just don't know, right? But I do see, obviously, and that's the way that we've always.
It was just weird to me, the time period. Like, how are you gonna watch someone stream or like watch their stuff for years? Like, I'm talking half a decade, and then just gone. I'm just sitting there like, wow, maybe they thought I was really annoying or something. You know what I mean? Or really, they thought I was an idiot.
No.
But you get what I mean, right? I was just sitting there like, you know, what the hell happened? So, but at the end of the day, it sort of brought me back to my like roots of just it's your team versus everybody. Yeah, and I think that. Like I've said in other interviews, I don't know when, there's some interview I just literally thought of it and I said it and I was like, wow, that sounded really fucking cool. I was like, it's the best way to compete, but it's like the worst way to live. And it's like, because it's hard, it's stressful, it's like you put yourself through the ringer. And when you think like that, and basically it's like first or nothing.
So for me, your storyline this year is like fucking primo Crimsix period, right? Like you sort of get you get dropped. And then you have this year where you fucking lead your team, you and your team lead each other, I guess, or whatever, to a championship. But let